Vandeyam Shri Guru Shiyatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishkam Vitam Sya Om Agyana Timrandasya Gyananshana Shalakya Chakshonu Milidam Yena Tasma Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurakam Gurganara Sesha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Midam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyam Vitam Sundaram Bande Vishwagurun Cha Divyad Bhagavat Prem Noe Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandavananam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyambunim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubharam Madeka Shananam Yashishwara Shridaram Manchakopatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Nama. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupad, and this is the Madhya-lila chapter 1, the later pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, and we're hearing where Mahaprabhu was going to Vrindavan, but really he doesn't get to Vrindavan on this trip. His main purpose is meeting with Rupa and Sanatan Goswami and Ramakeli. So I'll begin with verse number 220. Savarchana Nedori Pare Duibai Sabe Bolid Danya Tumi Paile Gosai. In accordance with the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the two brothers, Rupa and Sanatan, immediately touched the lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas, who all became very happy and congratulated the two brothers for having received the mercy of the Lord. Sabapasha Agyamage Chalana Samai Prabhupade Kohe Kichu Korea Vinoi. After begging the permission of all the Vaishnavas present, the two brothers at the time of their departure humbly submitted something at the lotus feet of the Lord. Ihan hoite chala Prabhu, ihan nahikai, jajapito mare bhakti kore goraraj. He said, Dear Lord, although the King of Bengal, Nawab Hussain Shah, is very respectful toward you, you have no other business here. Kindly depart from this place. Tatapi javana jati na kore pratiti tirta jatraya eta sangata balo nahiriti. Although the king is respectful toward you, he still belongs to the Javana class and should not be believed. We think that there is no need for such a great crowd to accompany you on your pilgrimage to Vrindavan. So although the king is respectful towards you, he still belongs to the Yavana class. That means, Yavana class means still is a Muslim. And they're very careful about the Hindus. They're always thinking somebody may become a leader of the Hindus, and they don't want that. So he should not be the king. You can't trust the king. We think that there is no need for such a great crowd to accompany you on your pilgrimage to Vrindavan. Jara sange chali e loka lakal koti Vrindavana jatraya e nahi paripati. Dear Lord, you are going to Vrindavan with hundreds and thousands of people following you, and this is not a fitting way to go on a pilgrimage. Jajapi vastuta prabhur kichu nahi vai tatapi lokika lila loka cheshtamoy. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Sri Krishna himself, or although he is Sri Krishna himself, the Supreme Lord, and was therefore not at all fearful, he still acted like a human being to teach neophytes how to act. Eta bole chanana bande gela dui jan prabhura se grama hoite chalite hoilaman. Having spoken thus, the two brothers offered prayers to the lotus feet of the Lord and returned to their homes. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then desired to leave that village. Pratichali Aila Prabhu Kanaira Natasha Dekila Sakala Tahan Krishna Charitamrita. In the morning, the Lord left and went to a place known as Kanai Natashala. While there, he saw many pastimes of Lord Krishna. In those days in Bengal, there were many places known as Kanai Natashala where pictures of the pastimes of Lord Krishna were kept. People used to go there to see them. This is called Krishna Charitamrita. In Bengal, there are still many places called Hari Sabha, which indicates a place where local people gather to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and discuss the pastimes of Lord Krishna. The word Kanai means Lord Krishna, and Natashala indicates a place where pastimes are demonstrated. So those places, which at the present moment are called Hari Sabha, may previously have been known as Kanai Natashala. So they may have pictures, they may have dioramas there, exhibits showing Krishna's pastimes. Say Ratre Prabhu Tahan Chinte Manam Maniman Sange Sangata Balo Nahi Koila Sanatan. That night, the Lord considered Sanatan Goswami's proposal that he should not go to Vrindavan followed by so many people. Mathura Jaiba Ami Etalok Sange Kichu Sukha Na Paiba Have Rasabange. The Lord thought, if I go to Mathura with such crowds behind me, it would not be a very happy situation, for the atmosphere would be disturbed. Ekaki Jaiba Kimwa Sange Ekjan Tabise Shovaye Vrindavanere Gaman. The Lord concluded that he would go alone to Vrindavan. Is it still working? Thinking like this, the Lord took his morning bath in the Ganges and started for Nilachala, saying, I shall go there. E mata chali chali aila san shantipure dina pancha shata rohila acharjaragare. Walking and walking, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived at Shantipur and remained at the house of Advaitacharya for 5 to 7 days. Sachi Devi Ani Tare Koila Namaskar Shatadin Taratai Bika Vyabhar. Taking this opportunity, Sri Advaitacharya Prabhu sent for Mother Sachi Devi, and she remained at his house for 7 days to prepare the meals for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tara Agya Loya Puna Korila Gamane Vinoy Koriya Virai Dila Bhaktagane. Taking permission from his mother, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then started for Jagannath Puri. When the devotees followed him, he humbly begged them to remain and bade them all farewell. Janadui Sangyami Jab Nilachale Amare Miliba Ashi Rathayatra Kale. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although requesting all the devotees to go back, allowed 2 people to follow him. He requested all the devotees to come to Jagannath Puri and meet him during the Rathayatra festival. Balabhadra Bhattacharya Ara Pandita Damodar Duvijana Sange Prabhu Aila Nila Chal. The two persons who accompanied Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Jagannath Puri, Nilanchala, were Balabhadra Bhattacharya and Damodar Pandit. Dinakata Tahan Rohe Chalila Brindavan Lukaya Chalila Ratre Najane Konjan. After remaining at Jagannath Puri for a few days, the Lord secretly started for Vrindavan at night. He did this without anyone's knowledge. So he returned to Jagannath Puri and decided that he would go to Vrindavan without so many persons. And to accomplish that, he went this time through the jungle, through the forest of Jharikanda. So after remaining at Jagannath Puri for a little while, the Lord secretly started for Vrindavan at night. He did this without anyone's knowledge. So all this is being condensed. This is a resume because the first chapter of Madhya-lila is explaining what are the pastimes of Madhya and Antya-lila, giving a resume. Balabhadra Bhattacharya Rahimatra Sanghe Jharikanda Pate Kashi Aila Maharange. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left Jagannath Puri for Vrindavan, only Balabhadra Bhattacharya was with him. Thus he traveled on the path through Jharikanda and arrived in Benares, Varanasi, with great delight. Dinachara Kashite Rohi Gela Vrindavan Mathura Dekiya Deki Dwarasha Kanan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed at Benares only 4 days and then left for Vrindavan. After seeing the town of Mathura, he visited the 12 forests. Those who visit the Vrindavan area today also generally visit 12 places known as the 12 forests. They start at Mathura, where there is Kamyavan. From there they go to Talavan, Tamalavan, Madhuvan, Kushumavan, Bandiravan, Bilvavan, Bhadravan, Kadiravan, Lohavan, Kumudavan, and Gokula Mahavan. Lila Stala Deki Preme Hoila Astir Balabhadra Koila Tare Mathura Bahir. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited all 12 places of Sri Krishna's pastimes, he became very much agitated because of ecstasy. Balabhadra Bhattacharya somehow or other got him out of Mathura. Ganga Tira Pate Loya Prayage Aila Sri Rupa Asi Prabhuke Tatai Milila. After leaving Mathura, the Lord began to walk along the path on the bank of the Ganges, and finally he reached the holy place named Prayag, or Allahabad. It was there that Srila Rupa Goswami came and met the Lord. Dandavat Kori Rupa Bhumite Parila Paramanande Prabhu Alingana Dila. At Prayag, Rupa Goswami fell down on the ground to offer obeisances to the Lord, and the Lord embraced him with great delight. Shri Rupe Shikakara Pataila Vrindavan Apane Korila Varanasi Agaman. After instructing Srila Rupa Goswami at the Dashavameda Ghat in Prayag, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered him to go to Vrindavan. The Lord then returned to Varanasi. So he went from Prayag to Varanasi. That means Prayag to Varanasi. Varanasi is also sometimes Benares. Kashite Prabhu Keyashi Milila Sanatan Dui Masha Rohetare Koraila Shikan. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived at Varanasi, Sanatan Goswami met him there. The Lord remained there for 2 months and instructed Sanatan Goswami perfectly. Mathura Pataila Tare Diya Bhakti Bal Sanyasira Kripa Kore Gela Nila Cha. After fully instructing Sanatan Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent him to Mathura with empowered devotional service. In Benares, he also bestowed his mercy upon the Mayavadi sannyasis. He then returned to Nilachala Jagannath Puri. Chai Matsara Aiche Prabhu Korela Bilas Kabu Iti Uti Kabu Ketrabas. The Lord traveled all over India for 6 years. He was sometimes here and sometimes there performing his transcendental pastimes, and sometimes he remained at Jagannath Puri. So those 6 years of Mahaprabhu's traveling all over India and then sometimes at Jagannath Puri, that's called the Madhya-lila. Anande Bhakta Sange Sara Kirtana Vilas Jagannath Darshana Primera Vilas. Well, at Jagannath Puri, the Lord passed his time in great joy by performing Sankirtan and visiting the temple of Jagannath in great ecstasy. Madhya-lila Koilan, Madhya-lila Koilun E Sutra Vivaran, Anjalila Sutra Eve Shuna Bhaktagan. Thus I have given a synopsis of the Madhya-lila, the middle pastimes of the Lord. Now will devotees kindly hear the synopsis or the resume kindly hear the synopsis of the final pastimes of the Lord known as the Antya-lila. Vrindavana hoite jari nilachali aila atara varsha tahan vasha kahan nahi gela. When the Lord returned to Jagannath Puri from Vrindavan, he remained there and did not go anywhere else for 18 years. Prativarsha Aishana Tahan Godera Bhaktigan. Prativarsha Aishana Tahan Godera Bhaktigan. Prativarsha Aishana Tahan Godera Bhaktagan Charimasha Rohe Prabhur Sanges Samilan. During those 18 years, all the devotees of Bengal used to visit him at Jagannath Puri every year. They would remain there for 4 continuous months and enjoy the company of the Lord. Nirantara Nitya Gita Kirtana Vilas Achandale Prema Bhakti Korila Prakash. At Jagannath Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed chanting and dancing unceasingly. Thus he enjoyed the pastime of Sankirtan. He manifested his causeless mercy, pure love of God. Is it still working? Jagadananda, Bhagavan, Govinda, Kashishwar, Paramananda Puri, and Swarup Damodar were other devotees who also lived with the Lord. Ketrabasi, Ramananda, Rai, Prabriti, Prabhu Sange, Esab, Koila, Nityastiti. Srila Ramananda Roy and other devotees who were residents of Jagannath Puri also remained permanently with the Lord. Advaita Nityananda Mukunda Srivas, Vidyanidhi Vasudeva Murari, Jatadas, Prativarshe Aishe Sange Rohe Charimas, Tasava Loya Prabhur Bibida Vilas. Other devotees of the Lord, headed by Sri Advaitacharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Makunda, Srivas, Vidyanidhi, Vasudeva, and Murari, used to visit Jagannath Puri and remain with the Lord for 4 continuous months. The Lord enjoyed various pastimes in their company. Haridaser Siddhi Prapti Adbhuta Sesab Apani Mahaprabhu Jara Koila Mahasab. At Jagannath Puri, Haridas Thakur passed away. The incident was very wonderful because the Lord himself performed the festival of Haridas for Haridas Thakur's departure. Tabi Rupa Goswami Punar Agaman Taharidaye Koila Prabhu Shakti Sancharan. At Jagannath Puri, Srila Rupa Goswami met the Lord again, and the Lord invested his heart with all transcendental power. Tabe Chota Haridase Prabhu Koila Danda Damodara Pandita Koila Prabhu Ke Bhakya Danda. After this, the Lord punished Chota Haridas, and Damodar Pandit gave some warning to the Lord. Actually, Damodar Pandit was the eternal servant of the Lord. He could not punish the Lord at any time, nor had he any desire to do so. But he did give some warning to the Lord so that others would not blaspheme him. Of course, he should have known that the Lord is the Supreme Personality of God and is free to act in any way. There is no need to warn him, and such an action is not very much appreciated by advanced devotees. So, is the offering finished? ¿Están qué?
A la cadena de asociación discipular le estoy ofreciendo ahorita.
Okay. Tabe Sanatana Goswami Punaragaman Jaishthamase Prabhutare Koila Parikan. Thereafter Sanatan Goswami met the Lord again, and the Lord tested him in scorching heat during the month of Jaishta. Tushta Hoya Prabhutare Pataila Brindavan Advaitera Haste Prabhur Adbhuta Bojan. Being pleased, the Lord met Sanatan Goswami. Being pleased, the Lord sent Sanatan Goswami back to Vrindavan. After that, he was fed wonderfully by the hands of Sri Advaitacharya. Nityananda Sanghe Jukti Korea Nibrite Tare Bataila Gode Prema Pracharite. After sending Sanatan Goswami back to Vrindavan, the Lord privately consulted with Sri Nityananda Prabhu. He then sent him to Bengal to preach love of Godhead. Tabeta Vallabha Bhatta Prabhu Madhya-lila Krishna Namer Arta Prabhu Tahare Kohila. Soon afterwards, Vallabha Bhatta met the Lord at Jagannath Puri, and the Lord explained to him the import of the holy name of Krishna. Pradyumna Mishrare Prabhu Ramananda Stane Krishna Kata Shunaila Kohetaragune. After explaining the transcendental qualities of Ramananda Roy, the Lord sent Pradyumna Mishra to his residence, and Pradyumna Mishra learned Krishna Katha from him. Gopinath Patanayaka Ramananda Brata Raja Maritechila Prabhu Hoila Trata. After this, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saved Gopinath Patanyayaka, the younger brother of Ramananda Roy, from being condemned to death by the king. Ramachandra Puri Baye Bika Kataila Vaishnavera Dugadeki Ardeka Rakila. Ramachandra Puri criticized Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's eating, therefore the Lord reduced his eating to a minimum. However, when all the devotees became very sorry, the Lord increased his portion to half as much as usual. Brahmananda Bitare Hoy Choda Bhuvane Vaishe Jata Jivagan. There are 14 planetary systems within the universe, and all living entities reside in those planetary systems. Manushara Vesha Dori Chatrikara Chale Prabhur Darshane. Manushara Vesha Dori Chatrikara Chale Prabhur Darshana Kore Ashinila Chale. Dressing like human beings on pilgrimage, they all used to come to Jagannath Puri to visit Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ekdin Srivasadi Jatabhaktagan Mahaprabhu Guna Gana Korana Kirtan. One day all the devotees headed by Srivas Thakur were chanting the transcendental qualities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shuni Bhakta Gane Kohe Sakroda Bachane Krishna Nama Gunachari Kikora Kirtane. Not liking the chanting of his transcendental qualities, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastised them as if he were angry. What kind of chanting is this, he asked. Are you leaving aside the chanting of the holy name of the Lord? Udatya korite hoila sabakaraman swatantra hoya sabe nashabe bhuvan. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastised all the devotees, telling them not to show impudence and spoil the entire world by becoming independent. Dashatike koti koti loka henakale Jaya Krishna Chaitanya Bole Kore Kolahale. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was apparently in an angry mood and chastising his devotees, many thousands of people outside loudly cried in a tumultuous voice, "All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Brajendra Kumar Jagat Tarite Prabhu Tomar Avatar." All the people began to call very loudly, "All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the son of Maharaj Nanda." Who is the son of Maharaj Nanda. Now you have appeared in order to deliver the whole world. So they're glorifying Mahaprabhu and saying he is non-different from Krishna. Bahudura hoite ainu hoya bora arta darshana diya Prabhu koraha kritarta. O Lord, we are very unhappy. We have come a long distance to see you. Please be merciful and show us your favor. Shunya loker doinya dravila ridoi bahireyashi darshana dila doyamoy. When the Lord heard the humble petition made by the people, his heart softened. Being very merciful, he immediately came out and gave audience, or gave darshan to all of them. Bahutuli bole Prabhu bo Hari Hari Utila Shri Hari Dwani Chaturdik Bari. Raising his arms, the Lord asked everyone to chant loudly the vibration of the holy name of Lord Hari. There immediately arose a great stir, and the vibration of Hari filled all directions. Prabhu deki preme lok ananditaman Prabhu ke ishwara bole koraye stavan. Seeing the Lord, everyone became jubilant out of love. Everyone accepted the Lord as the Supreme, and thus they offered their prayers. Stavashuni Prabhu ke kohena Srinivas Garigupta haukene bahire prakash. While the people were offering their prayers unto the Lord, Srivas Thakur sarcastically said to the Lord, "At home you wanted to be covered. Why have you exposed yourself outside?" Ke shikala e loke kohe kun bata iha sabar muka daka dia nija hata. Keshikala eloke kohe kon bata ihas sabar mukha daka diya nijahata. Srivas Thakur continued, "Who has taught these people? What are they saying? Now you can cover their mouths with your own hand." Surya chaiche udai kore chahe lukaite Bujite na paritaiche tomar charite. It is as if the sun, after rising, wanted to hide itself. We cannot understand such characteristics in your behavior. Prabhu Kohen Srinivas Charavidambana Savimeli Koramor Kateka. Thus speaking, the Lord entered his room after glancing auspiciously upon the people out of charity. In this way, the desires of the people were completely fulfilled. Raghunath Das, Nityananda, Pashigela, Chiradari, Mahotsava, Tahai, Korila. At this time, Raghunath Das approached Sri Nityananda Prabhu and according to his order, prepared a feast and distributed prasadam composed of chip rice and curd. So this is chira and dadi, which means chira is like rice flakes and dadi it means yogurt. So he prepared chira and yogurt. Tar agya loya gela prabhu Tara agya loya gela prabhu chanane prabhu tare samarpila swarupera stane. Later, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami left home and took shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri. At that time, the Lord received him and placed him under the care of Swarup Damodar for spiritual enlightenment. Ramananda Bharatir Guchaila Charambar Madhya-lila Koila Chai Vatsar. Later, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped Ramananda Bharati's habit of wearing deerskin. The Lord thus enjoyed his pastimes continuously for 6 years, experiencing varieties of transcendental bliss. Eta Kohila Madhya-lila Sutragan Sesha Dvarasha Vatsarer Shuna Vivaran. I have thus given a synopsis of the Madhya-lila. Now please hear the pastimes of the Lord performed during the last 12 years. So we heard 6 years is Mahaprabhu traveling all over India, sometimes at Puri, but sometimes in South India, Vrindavan, and that's called the Madhya-lila. Then remaining 18 years, he's in Jagannath Puri, but the first 6 years he's doing kirtan and with the devotees. And the last 12 years, the Lord will be experiencing great separation from the mood of Mahaprabhu, will be showing the separation of Radharani when Krishna left Vrindavan, and those 12 years will now be described. Eta kohilon Madhya-lila rasutragan sesha dvarasha vatsarer shunavivaran. I have thus given a synopsis of the Madhya-lila. Now please hear the pastimes of the Lord performed during the last 12 years. Sri Rupa Raghunath Parijaras Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishnadas. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I Krishnadas narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita following in their footsteps. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya-lila, first chapter, summarizing the later pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. Now we'll sing Hari Haraya. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Govinda Ram Simarujudan Giridhari Gopinatha Maranamo Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sri Jiva Gopala Bhaktadasa Raguna Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jai Te Vignana Shabhishta Puran Jai Gosai Jar Mui Janardan Kasabar Padarenu Mora Panchagram Chadir Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibhan Janame Janame More Abhilash Jai Gosai Jabe Bhaje Koilaban Hare Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Madhya-lila Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriya Harinam Sankirtana Kohai Naratamudam Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriya Harinam Sankirtana Kohai Naratamudam Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhara Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Tilak Neri Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmamacharya Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramansa Paravajaka Charyashta Tara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakak Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishoredas Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Prem se go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Harshavasadi Shri Gaura Bhaktivedanta ki jai. Jai Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvavaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupad ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Kushamasha Maharaj ki jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Shri Navadip Dham ki jai, Shri Mayapur ki jai, Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Saparshada Shriman Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Koladvip ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki jai, Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram ki jai, Ganga Devi ki jai, Tulasi Maharani ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kana Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo ki jai. Shri Purushottam Madam ki jai. Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Jo ki jai. Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shrina Shingadev ki jai. Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Shri Kartik Brata ki jai, Shri Damodar Brata ki jai, Shri Niyama Seva ki jai, Shri Urja Vrata ki jai, all the assembled devotees ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj ki jai.
Jai Sripad Bhakti Raman Madhav Maharaj ki jai, Shri Pitambar Prabhu ki jai.